Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Marquita from At Home with Quita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So today is part 2 of how I prep and plan for the month ahead. And so in the last video, we talked all about my home and lifestyle planning, where I pull information from to plan my month, how I transition tasks over from month to month to make sure that I'm getting everything done on the monthly level, and then how I kind of feed that into the week. So we are going to move into part 2 because there was so much information I did not want to overwhelm you guys with giving it all to you in the first video. So today we'll talk all about my school planning, which is a part of my monthly planning. We'll also talk about a little bit about meal planning in terms of how I plan that out, because that is something that I have to plan for that month. And then we'll also talk about financial planning, and we'll talk about my business and social media planning. So there's a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, just to recap what we discussed on last video, just kind of show you, just in case you missed it. If you did, make sure you go back and watch that video so that you can be filled in on how we got to this point. Okay, so this is my monthly for my catch-all. This is my home, family, and life planning. So this is the most important part for me, because this is keeping everything on track in terms of my family and spirituality. Okay, so I do have a spiritual section in this planner, but I don't really go there to plan out my spirituality stuff. I put that all here. So this is all home, family, kids, cleaning, family worship, ministry, all that stuff is here. Okay, this has all of my reminders, things that I need to schedule for. This is pulled from my inbox. I just put it here as a placeholder, and then eventually it will make its way on the monthly, and then that will make its way onto the weekly. So this is how that will look. Very minimal. I just really write everything in. I hope that you guys can see that, so you can see how that looks. It's very simple. I just use some stickers from our sticker book, Functional Pastels, along with some journaling stickers from the Happy Planner. So very simple layout. All right, so this is how that looks, and I talked you through in that video how we got here in terms of where that information came from. Standard stuff here that doesn't change, I wrote in first, and then I filled it in with some other things from my inbox, from my at-a-glance pages, and then from my prompts page. All right, so there's that. If you want to see the in-depth of that, then make sure to head on over to the previous video. I will make sure to title it part 1, and this will be titled part 2. Okay, so let's go into school planning, since that is an important part of planning as well. There are several facets of my life, and I need to make sure I'm planning for all of them. So school is that next thing. All right, I also have finances, work, meal planning. Faith, again, is already in that section, and then home is in that section as well. I can break down some things here. Goals are going to be spread throughout based on what type of goal it is. Okay, so when it comes to school planning, I always look at the previous month, which this is April 1st. I'm doing part 2 today just to go ahead and get it done, but it won't go up on the same day as part 1. Okay, so I look here to see if there are any tasks that I need to transition into the next month, and if there are, we want to make sure that we take care of that. But first thing I want to do is go ahead and write in the dates here. So I just write them sometimes in the corner, and sometimes I'll write them in the actual box. So today is the 1st. So let's just go ahead and write it in the corner, and let's just go ahead and date this really quickly, because that just really helps me to be able to plan for things when this page is already dated. So I'll date this. Perfect. All right, so these are called our calendar tasks inserts, and I'm going to try to do a better job, you guys, of telling you guys what insert is what, just in case you're looking for it in our shop, because everything that I'm using going forward, with the exception of an occasional sticker book, is going to be from Fancy Plans Co. So I want you guys to know that. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I go to the school calendar, and I see, well, actually I don't need to do that. Sometimes I'll go to the actual school website, because those the things that they have going on the school level, not for the county level, sometimes varies. It just depends on when they put the information in. The county level stuff is going to go on my at a glance pages. So I have all of the calendar stuff written in for the county. When they release the school calendar for the year, I just go ahead and write everything in. So when it comes to April, it doesn't look like there's anything going on besides spring break. Now I know I did write it in my catch-all for my family section because I do want to see that there too, but I also write it in here. Okay, so let me pull this out so that I can see. I love this because it's just a one page. That's all it is, one and done. I used to have a whole school planner here, but that became too overwhelming for me to manage. So I just simplified it down to this page. All right, so let me look in April, and I am going to get my dots out because I like to identify everything with dots. I keep my stickers in the front of my planner. It just makes life easy for me to be able to just pull it right out of my planner. All right, so let's use this tan color because I hardly ever use that color, looks like. All right, grab my tweezers, and then I'm gonna dot it. So whenever I see something that needs to be done, an appointment or something like that, I like to dot it. I like to see it. I'm a very visual person. Okay, so spring break, starts on the 4th. So I want to put a dot there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a dot on all of the things that I need to highlight. Okay, so this is everything happening on a county level and any extracurricular activities that she has to do. So now I want to go to the actual school calendar, and I want to see if there's anything that they, didn't put on the county calendar that I can go ahead and add in. Y'all, I gotta get some coffee. I got this beautiful coffee cup. You see how beautiful that is? I linked it in my Amazon storefront just in case you guys are interested in this, but I love this. It's so pretty. So this, oops, I was being a little rough with it this morning. It covers up that, so that way, I can transition back and forth between the two very easily. And it kind of locks in place so that way nothing spills. And it's got this little cork board right here, just in case you got hot coffee. And it's just really pretty. It's glass and very neutral and just clean aesthetic, and I just love it. So I'm gonna give me a little sip of coffee, y'all. Okay, so they have Georgia milestones for, okay, so 2nd grade. I know for 2nd grade it's not really counted like that. So let's see, I don't know if they take it during the same time. Yeah, because it's only showing for 3rd grade, but I know she said that 2nd grade takes it. So yeah, so eventually I'm sure we'll get more information on that. Okay, let's look at the calendar. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at the calendar, and I'm gonna write those things in. So here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I added a little, yeah, you can, but I added the little blackout screen, y'all, because I don't need people seeing what I'm doing, okay? So spring break, okay. Field day for kindergarten and 3rd grade. And that gets the A. So there's really nothing going on in April besides spring break, which I've already identified. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I go ahead and break these things down. And I start in order by the 4th. So what I do is I come here and I'll write 4, and then I'll write in what that dot represents, okay? Because I don't have enough space to write it here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and same thing for these other dates. And so let's say, for instance, the 4th, Addison has spring break, and then she also has mathnasium if we don't go out of town. So I'll write 4 here, and then I'll write spring break, and then I'll write mathnasium. Okay, and I don't write another 4. I just know that if there's a blank spot, it's the same date as the above. Okay, and I also write in the time. So it's at 5:30, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill all this in, and then I'll talk you through the next part of this process. All right, so there's how that looks. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll write an M in here and a G, so that way I could just see it visually there, but I won't do that in this particular case. Okay, so, and then if she has a test or anything like that, I'll come back here and I'll write in test. And then I'll also break that down here as well. Okay, and so I think we are good to go when it comes to the calendar section. All right, and then Teacher Appreciation Week. Is that this month, y'all? Let me see when Teacher Appreciation Week is. And then when it comes to any volunteer opportunities with the PTA, we're constantly getting emails about those. And so, you know, I'll just schedule those in this section of my planner as well as on my weekly. Okay, Teacher Appreciation Week isn't until May, so we're good to go for that. And I think I wrote it in here. Yep, I wrote it on my at a glance pages. All right, so we're good when it comes to that. So next thing that I write here at the bottom is I'll write in her grades for the week. So let me just go ahead and fill it in. There's 7 slots that I need. 5, 6, 7, yep. 1, 2, yep, perfect. All right, in reading, spell, write, math, science, social studies, and health. All right, and then I'll put little sections. So I'll draw a line after I put in the first set of grades, another line and another line to track it for the whole entire month. So I'm not going to write it in here because I need to look it up for this week and go ahead and write it in. And then next week when I'm actually in this planner, because well, I guess I technically am in here now. It's not like my catch-all section where I planned April and March because, you know, those months were, you know, part of the week starts in one month and the other part starts in another month. So I typically plan those in that month that I'm in. Sometimes I don't always move into the new month just yet. So I'll eventually write those in, but this is where I would write in her grades at the bottom just so I can track those. That's why I love this page, you guys. I was doing the most with that full teacher planner. It was just too overwhelming for me to be able to track everything. So then this section here is her spelling. So they get words every week. And so I'll go ahead and write in all 10 words and then they have a test on Friday. Okay, so there's that. And then this past week they had Spirit Week. So I wrote in all of the things that they were supposed to do. So like Monday was crazy socks, Tuesday was tie-dye. She made her own tie-dye shirt with Malachi, which was cool. So I wrote all that in. So I didn't see anything on the calendar. So if anything comes up, because the teacher does send a newsletter every Friday, and I was gonna say, let me look at it, but it's only for this current week. She only does it a week out. Then I'll write it in on the calendar or wherever. Depends on, like, if it's something like this that needs to be broken down, I like to see it like this. Okay, so I have plenty of space here for spelling words, as you can see. Then on the back, we've got more stuff. I'm going to rewrite that in. The teacher gave us that as a resource on eClass. iReady. And Amplify Reading. That's something that she should be doing every day. And I went ahead and wrote in Teacher Appreciation Day stuff here, what they're going to be doing. So let me write it in here too, because I don't want to forget, because they gave us a little paper that showed us like what they're doing for teacher appreciation. And I definitely want to be a part of that. And I give gifts and all that stuff too, because our teachers work hard, y'all. They're with our kids all day. They deserve some kudos. Okay, so Monday they're doing donuts and coffee. And I think we have to volunteer, and I may have already put myself on the list. I just want to make sure. So school supply gift bags is Tuesday. Dessert day is Wednesday. Gift card bouquet is Thursday. And then lunch treats is on Friday. All right, then I also want to make sure that I put in the days I'm going to have lunch with Addison. I think are going to be Tuesday. I don't want to forget about that. All right, so so that's pretty much how that looks. So I do keep this in here just because it's only one page, so I can afford to keep it in here. I don't need to transition it out just yet. And then I go ahead and pop this one page in here, and this is how I track all school related things. And that's how that would look. So school is already planned for the month of April 2022. We're good to go. All right, so that is the next part of planning. Very important is to go ahead and plan for school and education. So let's briefly talk about meal planning. I do need to pull out these inserts. And when it comes to pulling out these inserts, I only pull out all of these pages, the monthly page, up until the end page here. I designed it that way on purpose so that you can purge this out, but you could still have these pages, which may not change for you. Like family favorites doesn't change. I like to just keep adding to this. Lunch ideas, items to keep on hand. I just keep these pages in here for reference, and I'm constantly adding to these pages. So they don't have to be purged out. Okay, but the front section of this does, because it has your monthly, and then it has all of your weeklies. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. That's what I would do. And then I will go ahead, if I know what I want to have for the whole month, which is not typical of me, is I would go ahead and write it in on the at a glance pages for April, which I may do just to do it, you guys. It would feel really good to have this done. I'm not going to do that on video, but that's kind of how the process would go. As you can see, it's hit or miss for me. I don't typically write in on the at a glance pages when it comes to my meal planning. I just plan by the week. So if I'm feeling good about myself and I just want to come here and go ahead and plan out my whole month, I'll do that. Otherwise, y'all, I just do that on Sunday, and I plan out my week, and then I order my groceries. So that's how my meal planning process typically looks. So I'm going to pull this out just because that's a part of my monthly planning process. I'll go ahead and grab the meal and recipe inserts for the next month. I'll pop it here, and then this Sunday I'll sit down and do my menu planning. All right, so let's talk about financial stuff. All right, so I am going to do that for you guys. So this is how that looks for me. We do have deeper stuff, so don't think everything is here. This is just stuff that I want to make sure I don't forget. My personal bills and expenses, my revenue that comes in only for At Home with Quita, not for Fancy Plans Co. My husband takes care of all that. We use QuickBooks for that. But this is just really my own reference to see how much I'm generating for that part of the business, because my husband is eventually going to take on all the finances, meaning that too. And he pretty much does, but we have them separated out. So we like to see what's coming up for At Home with Quita and what's coming in for Fancy Plans Co. He's got the Fancy Plans Co. on lock, and he does a lot for this too, but he's going to eventually be taking on everything as a whole, which I'll still be writing stuff in as well. But we have two separate accounts that this goes into, and another account that our personal stuff where we pay ourselves out of goes into, and then Fancy Plans Co. goes into a different account. So we've got a lot going on, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm tracking that in my planner as well, just so I can see it. It motivates me to see and helps me to see opportunities for growth as well. So this is how March looked. As you can see, I wrote in all of my stuff that's coming in, but I didn't really write in bills and stuff. So and then neither did I do that for February. I did do it for January, so that was really good. So that's kind of how that would look. I don't use a lot of stickers. I just write it in. Okay, so let's do that. All right, first thing I do is I date it out just so I can have the dates already on there. This is April. I write in the year 2022. All right, this is the first. I don't use stickers for this all the time. Sometimes I do. It just depends on how I feel. So let me date it real quick. Okay, then I am going to go ahead and write in all of my At Home with Quita brand stuff, any brand deals I have coming in, which I do have one coming in, so I'm gonna try to remember not to write it on here because I can't tell you yet. So that's revenue that will come in, so I'll just write in brand deal. Okay, and I know how much that's going to be. Okay, all right, and then what else do we want to write in? YouTube. And this is what is coming in for April. So with AdSense, they pay on a delay, and with Amazon, they pay on a delay. And AdSense typically like closes out at the end of the month, and then I get paid on the 21st. So it's not that much of a delay. So I can go in now and see, since it's the first, what I'm getting paid for YouTube for April. And this is for March. Okay, so, and then Amazon, I think it's like a 60 or 90-day delay. So this is revenue that came in February, I believe. So I think it's 2 months. So I went in and looked at my report so I could see what I was going to get paid. Okay, and then you know what? Let me not write this brand deal here because I'm going to get confused with that because I'm not going to get that. I'm doing the brand deal in this month, but I'm not going to get paid on that. So whenever. So I don't know because this is all new to me. You guys know I don't typically do a lot of stuff when it comes to like brands outside of the planner community. So I'm trying to think if I should white that out. I got a little whiteout pen that I got from Tombow. I shouldn't have written it in. Do I need to shake this up, y'all? Oh, that's not gonna work. We'll just leave it and cross it out. I should have thought about that more. So, okay, I almost feel like I should get a new page, y'all. I feel like there's a lot going on in this page. Let's just get a new one, okay? All right, so let's start over. Amazon 1. And that's just when I send you guys a link specifically to a product that has a different account. I mean, it's all under the same account, but it comes in differently. Okay. All right. And then my Amazon number 2. And that is my storefront. And I'm also going to be doing Amazon Live starting this month. I'm really excited about that. So that'll be a different revenue line. And then YouTube. All right, let's go in and see how much I'm making off of AdSense and my blog. So I'm going to write my blog in here too because that all gets paid under one umbrella. Ooh, that B is atrocious. My blog is hit or miss, y'all. Sometimes I post, sometimes I don't. I really need to do better with it. But I can see what is coming in off of those two things, which is great. I like to be able to keep up with that. It just really motivates me. And I need that motivation. Okay, so this would be March. Yep, this would be March. And I get paid on the 21st. So I like to put 21st too, just so I know. April 2022. 4/21, and then this is the 30th. Just so I know when it's coming in. Okay, so I know what I'm getting here. And I don't mind sharing numbers, you guys. Some people, it's not a thing for some people, and I understand why. But I think it also motivates you guys to see the potential and to see, you know, that you can do it too, really. All right, so let's see. AdSense for my blog. For this month, last month. All right. All right. And then my IG Reels, and that's on the 21st as well, right? Just make sure. I think that's on the 21st. Yeah, because it's all a part of Facebook, and all of that is owned by the same person, right? YouTube, Facebook, all that's owned by the same person. So it all comes in on the 21st. So IG Reels and then Facebook Reels, which are two different things for 21. All right, I don't know what I'm getting for Facebook Reels yet because that closes out on April 8th. And then I still get paid for it on the 21st. I know where I'm at, which is great, and I'm loving it. So if you guys don't know, you get paid a lot more for Facebook Reels than you do for Instagram Reels. So yeah, it's crazy. The difference. Like why do you get paid more for one than the other? Oh, y'all, I'm going into Instagram and watching Reels and stuff. I hear some Reels. That's what that was in the background, y'all. Okay, so let me see if Instagram Reels is closed out so I can write in what I'm getting paid for that. Okay, I see what that is. But when does it close out? April 4th. So I'm not sure for those two things yet until April 4th. So let me write 4 and 4/8. So that way I know when to come in and check it. Okay, because I like to total it out to see where I'm at. I also get paid from Notique. I'm not sure what that is either. I probably can look at a report, but typically I just wait for it to come in. And it's not much because we have our own stationery brand. And so I haven't been able to promote it as much. So I will write it in once it comes, if there's anything. All right, and then I total it out. I do also have share a sale. And within share a sale, we have Aaron Condren and things like that. But that's typically paid up into a certain threshold, and I hardly ever hit that. If that comes in, it'll be, I think it's $100 threshold. Then I'll just write that in. So let's write share a sale, just so I know. And that's through, I have Aaron Condren, I have Tombow, and I have Cricket there, I think. So anything that comes in, it'll just total it out for me. I'm not gonna look because I don't think there's not much of anything. And if it is, again, it just gets deposited and then I'll come back and write it in. I don't really factor that into anything. So anyways, those are the companies that I work with on Share Sale. And those are just links in my bio. All right, I'm also an affiliate with Chime. I'm gonna write that here, y'all, but that hardly ever brings in anything either because I don't talk about it as much. I also like to put how much I'm saving with Acorns, which is an investment platform. I also am an affiliate there too as well. So anytime you guys sign up through that, I do get a commission for that as well. I don't really talk about it. I just leave the link below, y'all. But I want to know how much I'm saving. Okay, and I have an automatic deposit there every month that goes in. And then I also round up times 10. So any purchases I make will be automatically rounded up and deposited into that account. I don't total that out here. I just only total what I'm actually putting in there on a monthly basis. Okay, and then remember, Amazon Live is going to be this month. So I want to write that to see how that's going to work out. Now, I'm not going to get any money this month for that, but I want to write in what the revenue is for that. If I can see that, it's so new to me. I'm not really sure how that works, but I want to just write it in there. So although I'm not getting paid for it this month, I'll eventually get paid for it. I just want to put it there. Okay, and I think that is it. Yeah. And then I also, if there's a brand deal that comes in that I get paid for this month for, like if it's a brand that has a quick turnaround time, then I'll write in that as well. So that's pretty much how that would look. And then I'll come here, I'm gonna redate it, and I'll write in all of my stuff, all of my bills and things like that. So let me do that really quickly just so I can get this done, y'all, because then I got a one up and I'll be feeling really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and date everything out once again. All right, so that's how that would look for me, you guys. As you can see, very simple. The main part down here is I want to be able to see what I'm bringing in for At Home with Quita. And up here is just like my personal credit card payments, anything social media payment related, like TubeBuddy, Canva Pro, things like that. I track here from my own. And then all of this stuff, well, with the exception of like certain credit cards don't come out of my At Home with Quita account that I was talking to you guys about earlier. As I said, all of this deposits into a separate account. And then anything I buy for At Home with Quita, the brand, comes out of that account. Okay, if that makes sense. So this is how that would look for me. Very simplified, y'all. Doesn't take long at all. And then I just literally pop it right on in here. All right, so that's how I would do my financial planning on a monthly basis. I love the month-on-one. It's just so easy to use, you guys. All right, and then last up is my business and social planning. So these are my yearly overview pages. So I come here to write in anything that I know, any appointments, any speaking things, brand deals and stuff like that are gonna all be written here. And so this is like an overview, okay? And then when it comes to breaking things down further, I come here to my subject style layout. So on my monthly pages, I'll write in all of my videos, and I try to go ahead and plan for all of them if I can. But sometimes I just can't plan for all the content, and sometimes I'm just going day by day, y'all. It's just on the fly stuff. But that's what I'll write here, and then I'll come and write it in my week, the week that it's happening. I have real ideas here that I take out because that transitions from week to week. I do the same thing that I do in my catch-all planner where I'll look at the last week and then I will go ahead and transition some of those things to the next month. So this is a page that I use from time to time. I'm going to transition this to the next month because this has like a sample schedule on it. So this stuff doesn't change besides Go Wild, of course. And then there's some things on here that I need to still do. So a lot of times stuff like this, I'll just transition over. And that's why I probably didn't write the month in there. I also bring over the trackers. All right, so this is where I track like all my social posts. So I bring that over as well, as well as this. And again, I'll come here and I'll see what I wasn't able to accomplish so I can transfer that over to April. All right, I had some real ideas on the back. Yeah, it's just some notes. So I can pull that out. Again, I store everything for a year, and then at the end of the year, I will purge it out and keep it in a little planner I have just so I can reflect. Sometimes I try to flip through everything for you guys as well at the end of the year. Okay, so here my April monthly pages. And y'all, I think I don't typically do a lot of decorating when it comes to my monthly. I was gonna say maybe I'll do some decorating, y'all, but sometimes I literally don't feel like decorating. I don't know, I've changed so much. My style has changed so much. I decorate my weekly spread, but I don't always decorate my monthly spread. So let me go ahead and date everything out first, just so I have it dated. And if you guys want me to make this a regular thing where I plan my monthly out, then I will do that. Because monthly planning is important for me to be able to see just as on a surface level, and even on those months where I don't, that's the 14th, that's what I get for talking. Even on those months where I may not plan for my weekly, like if I have like a week that I miss, my month is planned for. So technically I'm good. So that's another advantage of not planning or of having your monthly planned out. Okay. Okay, so I know for next week is going to be this content that I'm planning for now. So Monday will probably be part 1 of prep and planning my month. I'm not sure what the title is going to be. And then part 2 will be Tuesday. Okay, and then I'm gonna look on March to see some good video ideas that maybe I just wasn't able to plan for. I always keep them, even if I wasn't able to do them. Okay, I think I wanna do how I store my recipes on Wednesday, because I haven't done a recipe video in a while. So I'll talk you through how I plan for that and how I store that. Okay, let's see what else I have. Okay, let me look on my monthly because my weekly, I don't have anything else. How I stay productive when I'm not motivated. Let's do that. I try to have versatility when it comes to the type of video. So I try to have like some planning videos, some productivity videos, different parts of planning to just give you different aspects of planning and productivity. So I know I haven't been like really on it in terms of planning or in terms of videos, but I'm hoping to do more. I've been doing a lot of shorts and a lot of reels, and you guys seem to really enjoy those. Some of you are here from those, but I haven't really been able to film lots of content. And that's just because of life and work, and just being busy with other things has prevented me from doing that. But I'm hoping to get more, at least do 2 videos a week. Even if I'm not doing a video a day, at least do 2 videos a week. Okay, so I do plan for all of this. I write in the videos I want to do, but I may not always do those videos. Y'all know that. So it just all depends on how busy I am for that day, and if I have already batched filmed those content videos like I am now. I'm batch filming these 2 videos. Hopefully I can get a couple of other things batch filmed too, and then that way I can be ahead of the game. So that's always a good thing whenever I can do that. And my batch filming days are on Friday. Okay, so I do write that in on my calendar, which you'll see. All right, so how to stay productive when you're not motivated. Okay, and I had already had a video scheduled or planned for how to zone clean, okay, using our zone cleaning inserts. So zone cleaning 101, okay, and then Fridays are my batch filming days. So I'll write that in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and write in all of my stationery stuff, because I do have stuff that doesn't change when it comes to work and social media too, like batch filming. Okay, and then I also wrote on my Amazon Live days, you guys, because I'm starting Amazon Live. I'm really excited about that, so I can share with you guys some of my favorite products. So I am obligated to go live 3 times in a month for 2 months. Oh, what do I put? No, I don't put that revenue. Okay, anyways, I'm just thinking out loud. So I think I'm just going to get out the way and go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm going to do a spring refresh. I'm going to do viral Amazon products, and then I haven't thought of the 3rd one yet. So I need to go ahead and create my carousels. You guys don't know what that means, but basically that's just putting all the products inside the app. So that way when I'm talking about it, it highlights that product as I'm going through it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go live all next week. Just go ahead and get my 3 times out the way. But that may change. I may do just Mondays. And I may do more than that because I only have to do 3, but I can do more than that if I want to. So these are all the videos that I have planned out. I just went ahead and planned out next week. I don't really plan out my reels here. I'll write in some ideas here on the sidebar or on this page here, which I need to check off some things as I have done some of these things here. Like I did that. And then I also use an app on my iPad where I really dump out all of my ideas there. And that has helped me out as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, I did that one. I did that one. That one. Okay, clean the stove, bottle organization. Did that. Okay, perfect. I did a lot of these. So this is where I'll come and write in some ideas on some reels that I want to do. When it comes to reels, I create everything on a reel because I love how Instagram allows you to export that video without any watermarks. And then that's the video that I post in Shorts and TikTok and all of that stuff. That way it doesn't have the watermark. And it doesn't affect any of my coins because I don't think that Instagram would like TikTok's watermark on their reel. So I try not to do that if at all possible. So that's kind of how I create. And I get a lot of questions on how I do my reels and stuff because I feel like I'm getting a little better at it. So maybe I'll do a dedicated video on that at some point. So this is kind of how my content schedule would look for YouTube only and Amazon Live. Okay, and any just like plan my content out, any of my batch filming days, Freebie Friday, which hopefully is coming back, and Etsy. when I want to print Etsy orders, because we only do that once a week. We don't get that much going on Etsy. All right, and then I'll dump other things here as needed. I'll probably sit down sometime this week and go ahead and plan out the rest of my videos. I do have some other ideas here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do those videos, so I don't want to write them in. I want to see how I feel before I just write in those ideas, but I do have them saved on my computer too, because sometimes I'll write a script for them, and so I have a specific folder that I save them in, so I can always look there, because I am getting ready to purge out that March and put in this April. Okay, so this is how that would look for me. Again, very minimal, just writing in my ideas, and then on that sidebar on the monthly, I typically just write in any reminders, anything that I don't want to forget. I'm looking to see if I need to transfer anything over, and I don't see anything that I need to transfer over that I forgot to do the previous week or the previous month. So I think I'm good to go, you guys. Yeah. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and add this to my planner. Sorry, y'all. That's the sound that we hear quite often around here. All right, and then this is my weekly spread. And again, I talked to you guys about what I keep here. So 328 to 413. Why are we doing that? Oh, 43. Okay, I was like, huh? Okay, so today is Friday. I did do my YouTube. Well, no, I didn't do YouTube all week, actually. I'm filming today, but this isn't going to go live until next week. I did a short Thursday, Friday. I did a reel Thursday, Friday. I like to check this off just to see what I'm able to accomplish and what I need to work on. So of course, we're not doing Amazon Live yet. And then Pinterest, I started posting to Pinterest as well. So I can just kind of see where I'm falling short. So I love this tracker. So I do keep that in here. And then also my reel ideas, I just constantly add to that list, and then I go very deep in terms of the app that I use, and I put in even links to products that I want to talk about, and it's just awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in here only because I wasn't able to complete all of these things, and I want to add them to this week's to-do list. All right, so I'm just going to put this in so I don't have to rewrite it. And that is how my business and social media would look in terms of monthly level. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and take all of this right here, and I'm going to write this in the spread here. When it comes to my sections on this layout, this is called the subject style layout. It changes. So last week, I'll tell you what I did last week, because sometimes I change it. I say, do I really need blog here, or something else I'll change. So it's probably going to stay the same. To-do list ideas here, YouTube, blog, and Amazon, Instagram Reels and TikTok, or shorts. All of my little short videos will be here. Enrichments and brands, Facebook and Pinterest, I think I'm going to put here. I might put Pinterest here because that kind of all falls in the same category of like my shorts. Shorts, TikToks, Reels, Pinterest has their own like little Reels thing. Facebook Reels, all that is going to go in the same section since it's the same video. Okay, so I like to plan for that as well. So that's done on my weekly as opposed to my monthly. It's already too much going on. I really don't have time to sit there and think about what reels I want to do. I just sometimes on the fly think about things. I also have a whole table in back of me that has all of my Amazon products that I want to feature. I'm going to have to come up with a good system for that since I'm doing Amazon Live now. It needs to be separated because I'm going to be directing you guys to the Amazon Live as opposed to just individual links or to my storefront. Of course, you can always go there, but anytime I showcase a product, I'm going to show you I'm going to share with you the Amazon Live link so that you can see where you can watch it and you can see like me actually holding it and a more in-depth review of that particular product. So I need to be able to differentiate how I'm going to do this because it's going to be complicated because there's going to be the Amazon Live is going to be like 10, 15 products all in one video, but you'll have timestamps so you'll be able to look at that specific product. And then Reels are like a one product off or like just different types of videos. I try to make I'm going to try to make the Amazon Reels or the Amazon Live more detailed. And the Reels are just me holding it and just a very short, I only have 60 seconds. So I'm going to strategize on how I'm going to do that. But stay tuned because we're doing Amazon Live and I probably will go ahead and just purge this out and write in a new schedule, y'all, because it's going to annoy me that it says the previous month. I do have some additional pages back here that I could go ahead and just grab one and write in. I love these. I keep them in here. They're called calendar tasks. We have them available in the half sheets like this. And then you saw that I used it for school planning for Addison's schooling. So yeah, so what I'll do is, y'all, it's gonna annoy me, so I'm just gonna write it in. I'm not gonna write in this top part here, but I'm going to write in all that bottom stuff in terms of the tasks I need to do. And then I'm going to write in my real ideas that I wasn't able to complete so I can take this out and makes my planner less bulky. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I'll go ahead and just only write in the tasks that I know I need to complete, because then I can be done, y'all. And I can be just like feeling so good about myself that I'm planned on a monthly level for every planner. And all I need to do is plan my weeks out. All right, so that's that. And then any additional tasks I need to do, I have some space here at the bottom as well as right here. So I can purge this out with the month, which is awesome. And then I'm gonna go ahead and write in my schedule here, just to have it done. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put just a day here of the week until I can go back and fill it in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 10th, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 24. Yep, perfect. All right, then I'll put the 1st. And then remember, bulk film. And then I said I was going to do Amazon Live. We'll see how that works out. And then freebie. New dolls typically come out the first Monday whenever I do release them. And I'm supposed to have a meeting with my assistant. All right, so I went ahead and filled in this little calendar section here of stuff that I want to make sure I don't forget about, wrote in my tasks, wrote in my real ideas. So I can purge out that other page along with this page. And I keep it with that month that it goes in, so that way I know where it pertains to. So this is kind of how the week would look. Of course, that's how the month would look, which is what we're talking about in this video. Very simplified, and I love it. So also, just in case you guys are wondering, I'm going to try to do better at sharing with you guys what I'm using in the video. This is called the subject layout. The pen that I'm using is the Uniball Signo 0.7. I am adding lots of new pens to the shop, and so this is one of them. So I've been loving this. It writes really, really smooth on paper, like butter, and so that is what I keep in my planner. The cover is our True Gray. I love it. It is our vegan leather cover. It is so beautiful. Ooh, sticker sheet. And so this is what I'm currently keeping my planner in. I have a half-liter planner with clear discs, a clear cover, and it is just working so well for me right now. So those months that I purged out, remember I kept the one in there for school. We just talked briefly on meal planning. I did keep the previous months for financial since it's just on one page. I like to keep it for reference. Eventually it will get purged out probably at the 6-month mark. I did purge out the full March for my regular catch-all family stuff, life stuff, also work, because that comes in a thick set of inserts, so I need to get rid of that to add some additional space in my planner. And then I'll go in and add May for those months, or for those sections, the calendar section and the work section. That way I'll have that ready to go. School already has an additional few pages for that. I need to add in my meal planner, and then I also have the month on one already ready to go for May as well. So that is how I would plan my monthly, prepping that for April. Can't believe again that we are already here. It just seems like this year is flying by so quickly. I'm like, slow down. And so that is just, to kind of show you guys how I would plan and prep for my months. It pretty much doesn't change, just depends on the tasks that I have to do for that particular month. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. I think I'm going to probably start to do more of that. So if you want to see like towards the end of the month, or maybe like every first of the month, you want to see me prepping and planning for that month, let me know in the comments below, and I will make sure to film that type of content for you guys if you feel that you could benefit from it or you would enjoy it. So that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You got a little inspiration. Maybe you found a couple of inserts you want to add to your planner. I tried to make sure I mentioned exactly what it was that I was using. Everything from Fancy Plans Co. Link below just in case you're interested. So thanks again for stopping by. I appreciate you joining me for this video today. Hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and you'll come back by and you will catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.